3 days sober. I started writing this from the perspective of the collective, but truthfully, I cannot speak for anyone's experience but my own, and I cannot project my personal shortcomings onto the community around me. And so this becomes much more personal. What is it about cannabis that makes me lose myself in the mundane? In the depravity of input, overconsumption that leaves no room for my brain to roam freely and escape itself. I remember when I first started smoking. The mixture of the tobacco from the chocolate-flavored Dutch with the psychoactive elements of the weed made me feel like I unlocked the secrets of the universe. I remember what it felt like to understand for the first time what it meant to be bigger than myself and yet smaller at the same time. It was like a humble awakening, to acknowledge that we exist in a vacuum that has insurmountable powers greater than what any of us can truly comprehend, and that power exists within us, just as the flaws that we acknowledge in others exist within us too. But I also remember when I became more aware of the feeling than connected to the knowing. I stopped asking questions. Like the part of my brain that was meant to flourish in curiosity became paralyzed by the intensity. I built a habit of altering my brain chemistry, yet had no systems tethering me to a sense of self. I became a passenger in my own life experience and watched as life was happening to me. I was no longer partaking, only performing, just enough to keep myself alive. And I know control is truly elusive, but to have stopped creating, to have stopped thinking freely, to have stopped learning and unlearning and relearning, who was I? Who am I? And so the paradox presents itself. Being high was the closest thing to familiarity within myself, even though it pulled me so far without. This was the cloak that I would hide beneath. Even if I stood before you completely naked, I would still not feel fully seen, because when I'm high, I cannot even truly see myself. And yet she is me. And as I sit here, cannabis free, brain no longer foggy, comfortably unrecognizable to my own mind, I realize what it means to let my brain free. It is not an escape from itself, but rather the exploration of the maze that exists within.